Hello, and welcome to my introduction to Karl Timmlich's thorough treatise on the art of cut fencing. Over the next few videos, we will learn the basics to his cavalry system, as well as look into what makes his system so unique. Karl Timmlich was the fencing master of the Imperial and Royal Cavalry of Austria and Hungary from about 1796 to about 1807, with a subscriber list including 7 archdukes and 9 princes. He is a perfect example for anyone interested in 18th century saber. In Timmlich's introduction, he expresses his distaste for cavalry's lack of fencing training, and sees this as a huge concern. As he sees the sword as a rider's main weapon, he believes it is not only important, but vital that they are taught how to properly use it on horseback as well as on foot. He believes this doesn't just give the soldier confidence, but a greater drive to defeat one's opponent on the field. Timmlich divides the blade into 4 parts. First, the full strong. Second, the halbstrong, or half strong. Third, the halbweak, or half weak. And fourth, the full weak. This is more common in German cut fencing compared to the strong, mid, and weak most fencers are accustomed to. Timmlich talks of 2 grips. The first, and less preferred, is hammer or fist grip. While this grip is typically good for beginners, he mentions how it can limit your reach about 2 inches, which can be life or death in a fight. Timmlich prefers that you use Hungarian or handshake grip, lying the thumb up against the langet. This is not only helping with your extension into the cut, but it can also help stabilize your parries, especially while you're in prime, either on your halbstrong or on your halbweak, without them blowing through your parry. Timmlich talks about using a langet for better stabilizing a beginner's hand, and as well as supporting the thumb during cuts. He prefers this over using a thumb ring, which he believes makes it harder to disengage from your saber, especially if needing to grab a pistol or to grab your reins. Timmlich talks about 3 main targets: the hand, the arm, and the head. These, especially when a cuirassier is wearing a chest plate, are typically the only places you can accessibly reach while fighting on horseback. As well, these are typically the main targets while on foot. Timmlich talks of 4 ways to improve one's hilt. First, since the hand is typically the main target, on horseback and on foot, he recommends using additional protection on the outside of the hand. Second, he recommends using a sword knot, especially on horseback, so you may be allowed to either grab your reins or your pistol. Third, he recommends tarnishing either with a black oxidization or some sort of coat to protect one's hilt from rust. That way, you do not need to grind it down and worsen the durability of that hilt. And fourth, he recommends either having a leather strap or some sort of ring on your middle finger. Typically, he says this is not great on horseback as it makes it harder for you to take your sword out of your hand, but on foot, he recommends it especially for helping aid in cuts. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and in the next video, we will talk more about the basic stance, movements, and cuts of Timmlich's system. Thank you, and goodbye.